The world of Motortown is vast and full of interesting locations, and among them, there are many different shops and vendors where you can find not only a variety of vehicle-related items, but also many other useful things like buildings, decorations, costumes, and more. While these shops are usually marked on the map, their description is often not exactly clear, and some of them are missing from the map altogether, so some of you might not even know about their existence. In this video, we will explore all the different shops and items available out there, so you can enjoy what this game has to offer to its fullest. Welcome to Motortown Hub. Let's start with an architect's office. This might seem like an obvious place for many of you, but regardless, it is a very important location to know about, especially considering that it is not clearly labeled on the map. This beautiful modern building is located at the southwestern coast of Jeju Island, and at the very top floor, you will find the man himself, the architect. This gentleman is selling a variety of blueprints for different buildings and parking lots, which you can buy and build on your property, including a large garage and houses of several types. For most of them, you can just get a blueprint and instantly build it on your land. But in case of a large garage, you will have to deliver some necessary construction materials in order to build it. I will not go into details about the production chain, but here's the diagram for everything that you will need. You can check your progress at this sign at the building area, and as soon as everything is delivered, your garage should appear before you. Another extremely useful structure you can get here is a parking spot, and you should place it at every property you own, especially if it is a remote one. It will allow you to summon your vehicle after fast traveling to this location, and will save you a lot of time. Before you rush to get yourself some property though, I have a small word of advice for you. Choose the location carefully, because once you bought the land, you're stuck with it, since apparently the mayor of Motortown decided to adopt a no refund policy. Pay extra attention to the size of the plot, because you will not be able to fit a large building on a small piece of land. And if you're playing on a dedicated server, instead of buying the land, you will be paying a rent fee for a period of time set by the server's owner. So make sure not to miss it, because if you do, all your hard-earned stuff will disappear. With this out of the way, let's take a look at furniture and decorations, because what good is a house if it's empty? By far, the largest furniture store is located near the Awo village, and it offers a wide variety of items, from beds and chairs to computers and decorative letters. Here you will find most of the things you will ever need to furnish and decorate your new home. But there are also other, smaller shops that are worth visiting. Lighting store and a decoration store are both selling a unique selection of items that you will not find anywhere else. And among them are my personal favorites, the cat statues. You can find these stores in both Jeju and Gangneung cities, and I'll mark them on the map for you. There is also a small furniture store right in the middle of Gangneung, but it offers just a few items, all of which can be found elsewhere. Maybe it will get an update in the future, but for now, it's not really worth visiting. This shop isn't even marked on the map, so I just mention it to be thorough. Another place I want to show you is Oval Ranch. Even though it is not marked on the map as a vendor, you will still find some unique items here, like a wooden fence, a flower box, a garden table, and a rug. It really ties the room together. Some exclusive furniture items are also available during seasonal events, like Christmas or Halloween, but I'll cover those a bit later in the video. And I almost forgot, you can buy this ridiculous Easter Bunny decoration at the supermarket in Gangneung or Jeju. After you've bought all the items you like, load them into your truck and bring them to your property. When holding an item in your hands, press X to enter the build menu. Find the position you like, then press X again to confirm, and the item will be placed there permanently. Keep in mind that for now, properties are limited to only 50 items placed on them. If you want to remove any item, just interact with it and press the destruction button. Don't worry, it will not demolish your entire property, but only remove the object you are interacting with. Item will return back into your hands, so you will not lose it. But be careful though, since any item not placed permanently will be lost after you leave the game, and that includes furniture loaded onto your truck. This should cover everything when it comes to furniture and decorations, so let's take a look at vehicle attachments now. You might have seen some people with cool neon lights on their vehicles, or maybe someone with an orange beacon, but didn't know where to get it. Well, you can find them at car supply stores. There are several such stores across the map. One is located in Jeju City, another one at Gujwa Industrial Area, and the last one is in Gangjung, and this one is not even marked on the map yet. Inside, you will find a selection of different lights and LED strips, which you can buy and put anywhere on your vehicle. After attaching the light, interact with it again and select the Change Light Mode button to set when the light should come on. Unfortunately, for now we are limited to only 10 attachments per vehicle, but hopefully it will be increased as more attachments are added to the game. There is also a new attachment system currently in development, which will bring much more control and precision into placing each light, and it should be out very soon. For Underglow application, each car supply store should have a lift to help you get access under your vehicle. But in case you're working with a heavy-duty truck, you will find a convenient ramp located near the big garage at Gujwa. In addition to car supply stores, some attachments can be found in certain garages and dealerships, but keep in mind that available items may vary depending on the location. Here's a map of every place you can get them at. Next on the list is the drone store. Drones are a very unique feature of Motortown, but they don't get much attention, so some people might have never even heard about them. And if you ever wondered, this is how I get most of the shots for my videos. The drone store is located at Seogwipo downtown area and offers 3 different drones, all with different characteristics and sizes. Controls might take some time getting used to, but if you want to capture some unique footage, then this is the way to go. You can use drones even from the passenger seat of a moving vehicle. And if you want to get some real speed, don't forget to switch it to sport mode. Pay attention to your battery life and distance from your character. If you travel too far, or if the battery dies, you will lose the signal and the drone will crash. If this happens, you can still find the drone on the ground and use it again. But more often than not, finding the lost drone is almost impossible. If you want to perform a proper landing, just hover close to your character, and the game will give you a prompt to end the flight. After that, the drone will be safely stored in your inventory, and the battery will be recharged. Now let's talk about the very broad category of shops, all of which sell various useful items that you might need in your day-to-day life in Motortown. Things like flashlights, coolant fluids, tire kits, and so on. You can even buy a thermometer to measure the temperature of your brakes. Purpose of most of these items is pretty self-explanatory, and if you ever find yourself in a sticky situation, those items will come to the rescue. So if your vehicle has some storage built in, it is always a good idea to keep some of them handy. Jerry cans are especially useful. If you're stranded in the middle of nowhere with an empty fuel tank, they will save you from paying an arm and a leg for emergency refueling services, or you could just help someone in need and maybe even make a new friend. Vendors selling those items are scattered all over the map, and their location usually follows some common sense. They can be found at most gas stations, garages, supermarkets, and convenience stores, so you should have no issues finding them if you ever need one. This brings me to the next vendor I want to show you today. I call him a high visibility guy, but I've heard his real name is Connor. This fella is located at a drift pad behind the Ola Speedway, and he only has one purpose in life: to sell traffic cones. So, if you need any, he is the only one who can hook you up. When deployed, they will prevent NPC traffic from going further, and if recovery jobs is something you enjoy, having a couple of these bad boys in the back of your tow truck won't hurt. This leaves us with one last topic to discuss: the seasonal events. Like I mentioned earlier, during the Christmas and Halloween events, you will be able to buy a lot of unique furniture and decoration items. But the main reason I wanted to mention them is because of the costumes. When it's Halloween time, you should visit the Haunted Mansion located not far from Jeju City. Inside, you will find a bunch of shady characters, and they will gladly sell you some unique outfits. There are a lot of them, so make sure to fully explore the whole place, and don't miss anything, because this is pretty much the only way to get costumes in the game. I know that Halloween is a long time from now, but if you are that impatient, you could use the Steam console and download an older build of the game to make it Halloween any day you want. I will link the article about it in the video description. Just make sure to back up your save file to prevent any accidents. Unfortunately, the Christmas event is much more underwhelming in the costumes department. All you can get is a Santa outfit in the saloon, But since it is already one of the default looks in the game, I don't see any point getting it. But at least you can still get some good looking furniture here. Thank you all for watching, and thank you very much for your support. The game is seeing some unprecedented amount of attention, and so does my channel. But I am well aware that it is all thanks to some incredible content creators who covered the game lately, and I am grateful. You did something amazing for the game and the community, and I will continue to do my part. Have a good one, guys, and I will see you all behind the wheel.